I mean, we're talking about a suitable wife for my heir. One of two options happen. The approval, lose authority, gain authority, lose stability, and we'll go with that one. Though through the priest of the Pataka, the mummy at the head of our lineage has made it known that he approves of the approved marriage. So I gain 5 authority or 10 prestige. I've never actually taken this option. Let's see what happens if we take this option. We get the 10 prestige. Let's see if there's more in the event chain. So anyway, this session, once the annexation of this vassal is complete, we'll be calling this session to a close. This, for those on YouTube, this will be episodes probably 13, 14, and 15. Those of you on the stream, of course, all of these sessions will be streamed live from beginning to end. If you miss any episodes and are interested to see what happened, you can always catch the replay on YouTube. Thanks for joining. It's a pretty good session. Again, I knew it was going to be a quiet one. We didn't have any major wars to fight. The Civil War was the thing that I really was dreading the most, and it turned out to be a fairly tame this second time around. So actually, I'll certainly look at getting the next religious reform for the morale of armies when it becomes available again. I don't know. We'll see. I'm sooner or later bound to run into Portugal or Castile and be able to start westernizing. Once I westernize, I think those reforms, I'm done with those reforms. I do believe. But having that extra 0.5 morale of armies might not be so bad either. We've gotten some new tech, so we've got our access to our first cannons. So I'm going to start reinforcing armies with the cannons as well. So I want to keep a treasury of about 100 on hand just for emergency purposes. If I find something happens and I have to hire some mercenaries or recruit some more cannon or whatever. And of course my manpower's at 50% right now too, so I'm not going to be in a big hurry to get those guns, but we are the first of the Andean nations to get guns. Well, who am I kidding? We're about the only Andean nation left. I have vassalized or conquered everybody else. The rebel factions are low. Revolt risk is almost non-existent. Our revolts are going to go away with that last unrest, the vestiges of the unrest going away. So we've got what? 1, 2. We've got 5 territories there to colonize. We can only do these by neighboring provinces still. Everything else is still just out of colonial range, I think. Yeah, so we've got 7 there, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So there's still about 30 provinces we can still colonize. And again, to complete the achievement, Sun King, Sun God achievement, we have to westernize and we have to own all of South America. So that's why I'm heavy into the colonization. If I were not going for this achievement, I might have taken a different path and actually tried to find Portugal earlier by taking, well, the way that my PowerPoints worked out, I don't know that I would have changed that. Because my admin was so far ahead of my diplomatic, I really had to go with the expansion first. Otherwise, I really wanted to get the exploration first and get the conquistador and go across, but my diplomatic was lagging so far behind because I had a 5-1-3 leader at one point. So I guess I couldn't have changed it if I wanted to, but if I weren't doing the achievement run, I would probably have gone a slightly different route. So right now it's a matter of, well, we're going to be doing some colonizing. Our annexation has finally started. Well, again, once this annexation is done, I'll be calling it quits for the session. That colony's 70% complete. This one's 25% complete. So we should be finding out what this one's producing soon. I'm going to guess fish. Not much else a coastal desert's going to produce. Unhappiness among the merchants. Lose 50 power or lose 2.5 mercantilism. Yeah, we'll take the mercantilism hit. Give it a slight hit to our income, but not much. 3.67 with 5.87 of it trade. Still 5.87 in trade, and 5.92 income. We went up by losing mercantilism. Interesting. Musica started. Oh, we lost an advisor. For shame, it's our diplomatic advisor. Spy offense. The last thing that I need is spy offense. You know what? I think I'm going to say. Oh, that's why my income went up, is because I lost an advisor. Of course. 2.3 from that would be 3.6. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to hold off and wait for a better advisor. I'm getting 8 a month right now in Diplo. That's fine. Oh, wait. I'm only getting 6 a month in Diplo. Really? Thought it said 8. I know I didn't have a +2 advisor. Oh, I'm -2 for the annexation. So once the annexation is complete, which it's, halfway through? Where's my annexation? 20%. Once the annexation is complete, I'll be getting 8 a month. I'm going to hold out for a better advisor. I don't want to spend money only to turn around and fire him and get another advisor here. Missionary, so we're about 50%, just about halfway through our 100% unity, religious unity bit, which was one of the missions I could have taken. We're up to 5.2 tolerance. Yeah, this is the last non-Inti religion territory that we own. And these are all Inti as well, so even once I complete the annexation, I'll still be at 100% religious unity. 75 and 25% still. We should be finding out what this new territory is going to produce. I think that happens at 300 colonists. Nope, not cancel annexation. Let's not do there. Let's stop the relationship improvement. I only have one neighbor I can do anything with any longer. We're at +70 with them. Is it possible? It's not possible to get to 190. But I'm going to keep my relationships maxed with them for now anyway. What is our relative vassalization? We'll have to wait until we get the a diplomat available, maybe. But I think the next step is going to be to vassalize them, which will at least, if nothing else, uncover some of the map if I'm able to do it. Rebel uprising. I lost 37 men in that uprising. They were all cavalry too. How'd that happen? Okay, cannons are building. You know what? I want to keep above 100. Let's build a building, however. Let's go with another temple. Need some manpower buildings as well. There's a 1.3 province. So that looks like a good place for a temple. So I'll alternate between a cannons and buildings here. And start building up my infrastructure, I think. I wonder what kind of buildings are in the provinces I'm inheriting. Let's see. We have a temple there, it looks like, and a constable. Or he might not have access to constables yet. Has a earth... Oh, wait, here we go. Wow, he doesn't have access to any real buildings yet, does he? I didn't think he was that far behind technologically. Nah, he's got to have forts there. I would think he's got to have markets there. We'll find out soon enough. Okay, we got wool. Okay, that's good. It's better than I anticipated. First one I've gotten wrong, I think, of the ones that I guessed at. 0.686. Wool market value, current price is 2.00. Oh, and one thing I did notice, I got the trading in cocoa modifier. Divination, rite of passage, diplomatic faux pas. Trading in cocoa, manpower recover speed 5%. Native assimilation, okay, an extra 100 population right off the bat here in Kalama. So that boosts it up to almost halfway already. The other one's at 90% as well. Gaining at 25 a year, even if I pulled the colonist out, it would be 4 years. I'll just keep the colonist in until it's done. And where's the next colony I'm going to put down? I guess we'll go back inland. You know what? Do I want to? Yeah, I guess I will. Might as well. It's going to be slower because it's the tropicals, but I'm going to have to get them eventually anyway. That's a tropical. These are tropical as well. All of them. So there's a bunch of... Oh, there's another mountainous. That might be worthwhile. Because I still need 4 gold provinces as well to complete that particular achievement. I'm anticipating getting some of them via colonization. Oh my gosh, I actually have a score. I've got points. I wonder how I got them. At what point did I have ranks? Military, I guess, would be... Oh wait, administrative is 26. Wow, I actually got some points through administrative score at some point, I'm guessing. Wonder how that happened. What if it's administrative score? I'm curious now. I didn't anticipate ever getting any points here. Score over time. Inca. Well, that's not going to do it. How about here? Admin rating. Provinces, stability, prestige, legitimacy. Admin ideas, well, that's not anything. Let's look up Inca. I'm curious. Where did I get points? Well, this isn't going to help. I'm going to guess it was admin, and it was maybe due to either the provinces or prestige that I had. I get a monthly income of 1.5. Monthly income of 1.2. Monthly income of 1.4. Oh, I'm getting some across the board. Okay. It's a culmination of all of them. I'm just not in the top 10, so I don't get a bonus score. Okay. Well, I'm just surprised I looked up there and saw a score. I'm 94th in the world. The mighty Inca. And the rebel factions are both almost gone. The rebels, the Incan peasants were at 40%. They're dwindling away. Colony, 92%. And 50% chance each month of gaining more. So 949, 95%. One faction gone. Annexation, 40%. Missionary, 75%. We've almost achieved 100% religious unity again. 1 I really need to get the next idea group, which is coming up. But we're still, what, 12 years away from it. Eek. But that'll, if nothing else, at that point I'll be able to find the Westerners, because I'll get the exploration and get the conquistador, go cross country. And I think what I'm going to do as far as expansion, I'm not going to go inland. I'm going to go south along the coast and make sure I have all the coastal provinces I can before Portugal comes around the southern tip of South America. I can't go north any further, or I would. More native assimilation, an extra 100 population again in Calama. So that those colonies are really taking off well. I can't colonize either of these territories here, at least until fog of war lifts. So I don't need to worry so much about the north. It's the south that I probably need to cut off as much as possible. 980, another month maybe. Love to be able to deal with these guys, but they haven't poked their head out of the fog yet. They're one of the other South American provinces one of my neighbors did have relationships with, but I didn't gain knowledge of them when I vassalized them, or conquered them, whichever it was. Conquered, I think. I did not gain knowledge of that southern tribe. Colonial disaster. Ooh, that's a first. Many settlers have died and yet more have returned home. I lost 200 population in the one that was almost complete. Or lose 50 yeah, no, we'll lose 50 diplomatic power. I can afford that. Country modifier expired. Diplomatic faux pas, which will speed up the annexation a little bit. So we're gaining 3 a month now. I would leave it at 65 divided by 3. That's 20 months to complete. Oh yeah, there we go, 58. Yeah, April 58. So, okay, so that's our end date, the end of 1958. There we go, Prestige 2.2 and a colony done. And let's get another colony down here. Nope, gotta wait till our colonist is back. Oh, and yeah, let's build ourselves another cannon. Actually, I can build a cannon and a building. Let's do that. Oh, how much does it cost to build the can core that new colony? How much does it cost to? Oh, that was quick. Did you really build a? No, I built an infantry. That's why. No wonder it was so cheap. I didn't mean to build an infantry. Let's build a gun. How much does it cost to build the green thingamajig? Farm estate, 543. Ugh. And the embassy's 1,000. I know that. 1,000 plus because of my inflation. Got a couple I could do cultural changes with, but they're all accepted culture. I'm not really worried about them. Are those all not accepted culture, really? Yeah, it looks like there's a couple that are not accepted culture. Yeah, okay. In that case. Nope, nationalism. That's why. Can't do it yet. So with that in mind, do we save money for a... How many grain provinces do we have? We got a couple. I don't think it's worth it. I'm just going to build some of the other buildings. I'm going to go with a armory. Is everything 25? There's some 16s up there. Everything else is plus 25, it looks like. What other bonus does the armory have? Recruitment time bonus? Yeah, okay. I want to have at least a few of these spread around because I'm going to want the training fields and the barracks, which is the one I'm looking for. The manpower modifier 20%. There we go. Conversion done, and we have achieved 100% religious unity once again. Did we put our second? We didn't put our second colony down yet. I was waiting for him to get back. I can't go south until that one's colonized. I really need to improve my colonization range. That's out of range. Antofagasta is out of range. It says it's only 38 away, which is our closest province. It's our closest oh, great. Hey, we got a stability hit. Looky there. It's an omen. The economy. I wish to live in more enlightened times. Sacrifice a human heart to appease the comet. Now that still keeps us at neutral stability. I can afford it. What it might do is give us a little bit more rebel faction uprisings. Unrest is now up to 6 in Matara. Okay, how long until unrest goes away? Not unrest, but nationalism. 7 more years in most of those territories. Okay, not a big deal. Our second cannon. We're starting to improve the firepower in our armies. Annexation at 63%. So we've got 24 months until the end of the session. So that's 8-2-1 right now. This one is 8-5-1. That's just 4-3, and this one is 6-4. I don't suppose I can go in and help my allies. I cannot, so I won't worry about it. Relationship with them is up to 116. Probably can't see what how close we are to vassalization until we get a diplomat. Which means we'll take a quick look after we finish the annexation of our existing. See if we popped up any new advisors yet here. No, it's still a spy offense advisor. Better relations over time, global tariffs, neither of those are useful. And maintain the diplomat there. What's causing us not to be able to hit 190? Neighboring heretic religion. Well, that means we are never going to be able to vassalize them, actually. I mean, if I gave them gold, it would only put me up to 143. So, instead of looking at vassalizing them, recall diplomat. Let's start a claim fabrication. We won't be able to claim Bogota. We can't see whatever's behind Bogota. So we will put a claim on Nieva. We will go for the conquer mode, and at least we'll be able to move into the territories that are hidden right now. Now the problem is we have a royal marriage with them, which means we're looking at a risk of discovery per month 3.29%. I'm willing to take that risk. Okay, getting close to Diplo 7, which gives us our colonial range expansion, which may allow us to reach some of these that are slightly further away. How far away is this? See, that's the problem. This one is, our colonial range is 160, and it's 160.8 effective distance. Which means this one should be closer, but its effective distance is even further at 186. I don't get it. Effective distance 2,000. But how can one that's closer be further away? Effective distance 186. Effective distance 160.8. Even if we go from there, well, that makes a little bit of sense. I guess this territory is slightly larger than this one in width. So yeah, okay, maybe that makes sense. We'll find out once we get our Diplotech. And we're still a year or so away from that, I think. May 59. So it's going to be after the end of this session. No big deal. Colonists at 8. Well, we'll finish this colony before the end of the session, I suspect, which will at least give us access to the next one down the chain. And they're all, what I like is they're all low native count, low aggressiveness. Oop, that one's slightly higher. That one's much higher. So once I get down there, I'm going to certainly have to have some troops stationed there. But like this one, I'm not too worried about. It's only 500 natives and low aggressiveness, so the chances of them rising up are fairly low in that one, in that one, and in that one. Hello, Bone Crusher. Yep, this will be no signs of the Westerners. Still looking for them. I'm 16 years or so from the next admin tech, which will give me the next idea group, which will give me the exploration and conquistador, so I can go cross country to find them. So far, we're in the process of annexing Shimu. We've added 4 or 5 different colonies, and we've also annexed our single province colony down here. 1550 and only a few colonies in Brazil. Well, don't know yet. Again, I'm playing too far west to find anything, but yeah, it's 1557. Once I find once I get my conquistadors, I hope to go cross country and up and find Portugal there. I'm poised to take the next move to the east here in the narrow part of South America. So there's 1 or 2 provinces between me and the East Coast, I suspect. Don't know what to expect at this point, because even on the startup screen I cannot see. I've got the fog of war on the startup screen too, so can't see anything. So I'm just busy colonizing everything. Yeah, this will be probably 3 YouTube episodes today as well, so you'll be able to catch up, Q. But that's the next step I need for my achievement, is to westernize. The fact, if they don't have a lot of colonies in here, I'm not displeased, because that'll make the third part of the achievement easier, which is owning all of South America. That's going to be difficult with a very robust South America, western South America. And next colony almost complete. Annexation almost complete. And yeah, at the end of this year, Europeans hardly colonize. A bug in 111.1. I'll have to. Like I said, I'll find out soon enough. I'm not sure what they would have changed that would have really affected that. They no real reason to change the AI's colonization routine, as far as I know. I started 111.0 probably. There is 5 more territories in our possession, and a whole bunch more armies I probably don't need. What's my force limit now? Oh, wow. My force limit dropped at some point. I had a 50 force limit at one point. Well, let's get rid of these. Wow, how did that happen? My force limit dropped from 50 to 44. Oh, I must have had a temporary force limit modifier. Well, I'm glad I caught that. And there's another colony complete. Ah, I have to try the Japan achievement here in the near future. If this one is indeed bugged, then I might do that. Yeah, but his force limit wouldn't have been that high. He was 5 provinces. His force limit, well, 44 to 50. Yeah, he might. No, I don't think he had a 32 force limit. I probably did have. It was probably a combination of both the vassal's force limit and temporary buff I had. Let's see. Do we have a new advisor yet? Nope. Well, the good news is I'm back up to a full 8 a month income because I'm not annexing them anymore. And hey, we gained a CB right away as well. That was quick as well. Do we trigger the next war? Why the heck not? Maybe I'll finish this war before I end this session since I've got people in channel again. Yeah, I know about the autonomy. I'm going to be taking a look at that here momentarily. Let us go ahead. What's his tech at? His tech is at 7. So he's got cannons potentially too. But he doesn't have any cannons yet. So let's move one of my cannon-bearing armies up to the north. We're going to go ahead and go for the quick 3 more territories up there. He's got at least 3 territories. I suspect he has more, but the good thing is I can ignore fog of war on any provinces he actually owns, so I'll be able to at least move into this one and any others he has up there as well. Maintenance is up. Let's go ahead and get one more cannon built for one of my northern armies here. Quito's a good place for that. So I'll have 2 cannon up there. And you know what? Where's my other general? One general moving up, and there's a general up there. So I need to get my second colony popped down. So you missed it. I did have my second civil war there, Q. It was actually fairly tame. 3 stacks of a total of 10, 9, and 8, 27,000 men, I guess it was. I was all worried about it, and it was tame. First of all, none of them were in mountain territory. 2 in jungles and 1 in the coastal desert. Or a coastal, what is this province here? Nazca. Yeah, coastal desert. So I didn't have to worry about all of the width limitations on my armies due to fighting in the mountains. Okay, so let's take a quick look at the autonomy here. Yeah, okay. As long as the unrest is low, I'm going to go ahead and lower them. I shouldn't get any unrest penalties there. So that'll help out a bit. I still have a positive income even at max maintenance, so we're good there. Since we'll be losing some income with... well, okay, that's going to drop down to almost 0 once that second colony's in place. That's still not a big deal. Obviously, when I'm reinforcing, I'll have some loss, but I've got 200 gold in reserve. I shouldn't have to worry about it for that battle up there. And I still can't do anything with this nation down there because I still don't know anything about them. Okay, so I have a CB. Now here's a problem. How much of a stability hit is it going to be? Ouch. Ouch. Lose 1 stability or lose 160 gold. I don't like either of those options. Since I'm going to take a stability hit up here in the north if I go... I better take a look at this. I might not be able to afford going to war. Now that I think about it. Diplomacy. I need to break the alliance. Just adversely affect relations. Okay, that's not too bad. Let's take the stability hit. Let's dissolve the alliance. Oh, this is new. The coastal peoples. The coastal Chimu people are the carriers of one of the oldest cultures in the Andes. As their lands have now come under our control, we cannot help but marvel at the works of their artisans and craftsmen. The Chimu silversmiths, weavers, and ceramicists are producing treasures such as we have never seen before. The arrival of these treasures, as well as many of the craftsmen themselves in our royal capital, is now celebrated in great feasts. By integrating the Chimu, we have created a link to the glorious past of this region and taken necessary step on the road to a new pan-Andean state. Okay, let's integrate their culture with ours, which means until the end of the year I get a stability cost modifier penalty, but at an administrative tech cost and diplomatic cost bonus of 5%. That's huge. Wow. Or I can lose 10 autonomy in all 5 regions. I think long term, yeah, I'm going to give that 25% autonomy right back that I just took from them. But is it worth a global 5% administrative and diplomatic tech cost bonus? I think it is. I don't know. What do you all say? I lose the 25% that I just spent autonomy in each of those territories. Let's go ahead and get this out of the way. What do you all say? I can either lose the 10% autonomy in 5 areas, which still leaves them each at 30% autonomy, and then or I can gain that 25% right back, but get a admin and diplomatic tech cost bonus for until the end of the game. I'm leaning toward the first. Yeah, that's what I think. That because it's till the end of the game and not just for like 30 years, I think it's more than worth it. Yep. Okay, so hey, they won an alliance. Guess what? I just broke an alliance with you for a reason. Decline. I'm still going to take a hit through because we have a royal marriage as well. Nothing I can do about that. It's going to cost me 240 points to boost my stability back to neutral. I might just keep it at -1. I don't have a huge... it is just -1, right? Or -1 due to breaking a royal marriage. Yeah. And we're going to go for more than just Technia, but we're going to go for global conquest here. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it at -1 for now. Once I declare war, let's go ahead and boost it by 1. Let's save at least 100 points for now. And then let's declare war, which will take it back to a -1. I'll live with that for now. None of my rebel factions are huge. If it looks like I need to, then I'll worry about it later. Let's have ourselves some music, as well as the rest of. 2 armies with cannons and generals. Oh, so I can at least take a territory here to the east as well. It looks like. I think I'm going to. I was going to say I think I'm going to chase that army down if it gives me the option. And I've got siege generals on both of them. Nope, this one's not a... I guess neither of them have siege stats, but I have at least a cannon with each of them as well. That'll help improve the speed of conquest. I think I'm going to use this army up here to explore what I can once they're fully... let's see. Oh, that's his only army. He's going to retreat to the north, it looks like, so we will follow him. It's one way of uncovering fog of war. Although it's awfully slow chasing up there, so if he moves from up there, I'm not sure which direction he's moving in. Oh, hey! Military access from Portugal. Where are you, Portugal? Who are you, Portugal? Sure, why not? Where's Portugal? They got to be up here in the north. Gah, I need them to uncover. They know where I am. I don't know where they are. Oh, Portugal! Down here, to the south. With a conquistador. And there is our Diplotech. Well, we have at least sight of the Portuguese. Is that their entire territory? We have some strange people walking through our lands. Kill them! Oh, now that we know that they're there. Kill them! So they came from Jujuy and probably east here, it looked like. So again, yeah. So they've got something in the southern part of the continent, at least. All I have to do is wait for the fog of war to open up so I can actually see them so that I know where to colonize next. We have a Portuguese sighting. Yeah, it looks like he's just got the 3 territories here too. Okay, 40%, so the minus 10 unrest isn't killing our rebel factions. They haven't changed much. The Guarani I'm not worried about. That's a single province revolt if it happens. Provincial unrest is 7.5 down to 3%. I'm going to probably have to do something to boost it if I don't get an event to boost my stability. I'll wait till the end of the war and see what happens. I still have a score of 5. It hasn't changed any since I got those initial points. 25th in military rank and 31st in administrative rank, so we're staying near the point gain totals. I think once I take 3 more provinces here, we'll get a boost to our administrative rank again. Oh, come on, Portugal. Where, oh, where have you planted a colony? Where, oh, where could you be? It's got to be in that south section, south central here, just off the coast. Uh-oh, I just lost Iron Man. Oh no. Oh no. Well, we didn't lose much. Looks like I'm still broadcasting at least, so it's not the internet down. Bad time for Steam to go down. Let me do a quick check on Steam. It's probably the global reset that they have periodically. I have it bookmarked somewhere here. Steam status. 13 of 56 servers are online for Steam. So on hold until Steam reconnects here. We were just going to finish this war anyway, so be just a minute. Couple minutes probably. Anyway, again, once this war is over, probably going to be the end of the session. Need to go make myself some dinner and whatnot. Nope, didn't kick me out of the game. Because I'm doing the achievement run, I have to play in Iron Man mode. And Iron Man uses the cloud, Steam cloud. So it'll just take a minute. And because I'm in Iron Man, every time I take an action, it saves. So it's not like I've lost a lot, even if I quit here. Steam appears to be going through a reboot phase. Yeah, if I weren't doing an achievement run, then I save locally and I don't worry about the Iron Man. Yeah, Steam has 9 of 56 servers online in the US right now, so it usually takes about 5-10 minutes for them to reboot everything. Back up to 11 servers, so they're going through their normal refresh. Yeah, and most people only do that when they're doing achievement runs, so it's not a huge deal. I said it's only the first time that it's affected a long-term playthrough of mine. And again, even if I were to just quit here, I haven't lost anything. The last action I took triggered a save, so if it looked like it were going to be long-term, I could easily quit without any ramification. Up to 14 servers, so yeah, the servers are recycling. I think I really liked running the Iron Man. Started using the Iron Man back when I ran that Hindustan save, Vijayanagar, which is still online, or not online, or I still have a save for. But when I ran that Hindustan save, I ran it in Iron Man just so I wouldn't quit and restart on a bad event. Just kept that one continuous playthrough, and I started doing Iron Man pretty much ever since, just to keep me from doing that. And again, if you're running achievement, doing an achievement run, then you've got to run Iron Man. 25 servers back online. So the next minute or two, we should be back. Yeah, if I hadn't been planning on quitting at the end of this war, I probably would just quit here and pick up later. But I said at the end of this war, I plan on quitting anyway. Productive session. Again, we picked up 6 new territories through annexation. We're going to pick up 3 more here through conquest, it looks like. We've triggered our second civil war and gotten our second religious reform out of the way, which gave me the extra colonist. .44 servers of 56 back online. And we've colonized, let's see, we finished colonizing Chiquitos. We've picked up 1, 2, 3 more here along the coast. And at least 1 more up north. I think 2 more up north as well. So 2, 3, 6 more via colonization as well. So very productive session. Ouch. Yes. I hate those long regency periods. Yeah, restart. Yeah. Now, if it were... this is actually probably my 3rd start of this particular playthrough, the Incan playthrough attempt. Okay, 56 servers online. Where's my Iron Man? Give me my connection back. This is, I think, the 3rd attempt at the Incas because I had things happen early in a game that I just decided to restart. One was a bad alliance chain among all of the Andean nations down here. that pitted me against Chimu, in a and a which that wasn't too bad, but the civil war that triggered immediately as well, or the peasant uproar, whatever it was, in the middle of a war, absolutely killed the game. There were 2 or 3 different 2 earlier starts that I didn't bother posting because I just restarted. It was within the first 10 years of the game start, so you'll never see those. I pulled them off the save file right away. But this one, once it took off, I actually got Chimu as an ally early, which I wasn't able to do in my early playthroughs. Which kept them. They were really the biggest threat to me as far as a early. There we go. And we're back. They were the biggest threat to me as far as early expansion. Actually, in this particular playthrough, if you go back and watch the YouTubes, Lima, which started as a single province territory, actually had a huge expansion early. They owned Lima, they owned Jerez, they owned Piscapampa, and I think Huánuco. They were 4 territories big, starting from a 1-province Lima nation, which actually gave me some buffer room in the north and allowed me to deal with the southern territories first, which was quite nice. And I think Lima was an ally as well, which meant I had Lima and Chimu as allies early, which really gave me some room to maneuver. It was getting dicey there when I hit that civil war and had, it was 25, just shy, I think it was 24 loans at the end with 0 manpower. It was getting quite dicey there for a while, and I thought I might end up having to, but we worked our way through it. And the good thing is we've got a decent income. I mean, if once that war is over, with 0 maintenance, I think I even ditched some troops maybe to get a +6 income. It didn't take long to repay those loans. Having a couple gold provinces is useful. Having too many is bad, but having a couple, I'm up to 6 right now, and I'm down to 0.06 in inflation right now, gaining 0.06 inflation a year, which isn't too bad. I'd like to do something about that. What are we picking up for provinces here? A grain. Another cocoa. That'll be useful. And a salt. Okay. Couple useful provinces, the cocoa being probably the best. I still need 4 provinces to complete that achievement. I assume that some of these mountainous terrains are probably going to have gold, have a chance of having gold in them anyway. Because I still need 4 more to complete that achievement for having 10 gold provinces. But there's a lot of mountain terrains here, so I have a lot of chances to get some gold. Yeah, that first Civil War is why I held off on the second Civil War so long. But the second Civil War was really pretty much the equal of the first in the number of troops that I was facing. Again, the fact that I was able to fight them in non-mountain terrain, I really pretty much breezed through it. Which means here, once this third one becomes available, I'm not going to have as much of a problem triggering that Civil War. Because there's still at least one reform I would like to get is the plus 5% morale would be useful. The other 2 I could give or take, no big deal one way or the other. Colonies at roughly 0.25% and a little less than 20% for the second colony. Go ahead, stand against me. Or run. I don't think you have any place to run to, though. We'll find out. If he does have another territory down here and manages to run, then I'll be able to track him down. But I really don't think there's any other yellow territories down here. Sid Meier's Starships is out? I didn't think that was out yet. He must have an early access copy. If it is out, I might be playing some Starships tonight after dinner. It's the only other game that's on my immediate radar. Where's he running to? Nieva. Okay, he's just flying down to the siege territory. That's fine. I can finish him off there. Now, it wouldn't utterly crush me if I were to lose my leader here. Honest. My rulers in one of these armies here. It would not absolutely kill me to lose my leader here. My heir is of age, and he's a 615 heir. My current leader is a, is that me? 352. My heir is a 615, so it wouldn't kill me to lose my ruler here in the siege. Yeah, I'd take a stability hit, but I'd make up for it in that extra 3 points a month of admin power. I lose 4 points a month in diplomatic power, but my diplomacy is my second strongest right now anyway. It's only a couple years behind my military, I guess. Okay, where's my Portuguese? Portugal, are you still wandering through my territory, or did you attrit away to nothing? Oh, it looks like they lost him through attrition, or maybe he managed to retreat him. I don't think he had enough to retreat. He had enough strength left to retreat. So the good thing is we know they're here in South America. That's all we know for sure at this point. And I guess it's going to force me to wait until I get the next idea group, and which is still 8 years away, I think, right? 68? 69 now, December 69, 9 years away. I spent a couple admin points somewhere along the line. We're only 9 years away from getting the, less if our current ruler dies and we get a new heir. Hint, hint, computer. No peace for you. There's only one kind of peace you're going to get. Especially if you're only 3 territories strong. And I have absolutely nobody that's going to give aggressive expansion penalties. There's no neighbors. I have no neighbors right now. Aggressive expansion? What's that? Yeah, let's just verify. Yeah, he's got no other territories here, or I'd be able to march into him. So let's move these guys down. We'll hold them in Wonka Wonka. Bourgeoisie request privileges. Class has grown increasingly resentful of the power of the noble families. Lose 50 power or lose 50 administrative power. Since we just Diplotech up, we'll lose 50 Diplo power. And we're going to move them to Wonka Bumpa and leave them here, and we'll leave one army up in the north then. Oops. Did I just move them out of the... Or did I just never move anybody into Bogota? I'm not sure which. Don't matter. We'll finish sieging Bogota, and that will be that. So roughly 9 years, we'll get the next idea group now. As soon as we get... I mean, even once we get that idea group, it's going to be a couple years after that. Because even if we get exploration, we have to get the first 2. Oh my god, we're 400, 800. Well, it's less than 800. We have to get the first 2 exploration ideas to get the conquistadors. So we're talking about something like, what is it, 360, 720 points beyond that before we can go cross-country. We're going to have all of Western South America colonized before we discover Portugal. Now we've got more wool in Iquique. Wool there. Unknown there yet. So we've got 9 years plus 720 points. Let's assume we get our heir as ruler sometime in there. That's 9 per month. 9 times 12 is 108. That's 6 years beyond that. So we're talking about 15 years, 15 to 16 years before we get conquistadors and can go cross country. I sure hope Fog of War lifts between now and then on some of these provinces. Please. I don't know where it would lift from, though. I don't have any contact with anybody. I think you need contact with a nation that has knowledge of a territory for you to be able to unlock Fog of War. And I have no contact with any nations at this point. So yeah, we're still 15 years away, maybe, plus travel time from discovering Portugal. I mean, we know they exist. We've just seen some of their people walk through. But we can't actually see anybody at this point. So we're going to complete the siege and then go to the end of whatever year that is. If we complete the siege here in 61, we'll call it quits at the end of this year. Otherwise, I'll go to the end of 62. There's a chance it'll be over by the end of this year. So, but we're going to call it quits once this war is over. I'll do some quick bookkeeping as far as getting some coring stuff done. Oh, and we got to spend points to core the territories as well. Let's see, that's a tax base of 4, so that's like 80 admin points. Oh, great, we got a diplomatic faux pas. We have diplomatic reputations of -1, but we have nobody to send diplomats to, so it don't matter. So we're talking about 180 roughly, plus this one's a 6. That's another 120, 300 more points if I were to spend them to core everything as well, which will set us back at the current rate of gain 4 more years. Good God, it's almost worth not coring them just so I can get the conquistadors 4 years earlier. I wonder, would it be better to vassalize them? Let's see if it would actually be better if I were to vassalize them. Let me think about this for a minute. Then I don't have to spend 300 points to core them. And I can still diplo-annex them in 10 years. You know what? That's what we're going to do. Heck with conquest. Oh my God. They have 1,000 gold. Where'd they get 1,000 gold from? They have no gold provinces. Ain't no way I can get 1,000 gold. You know what? They won't even peace deal. They won't vassal. Really? Well, I'll wait till I finish naval supplies. Hey, I knew we were doing naval supplies at some point. Well, we got to wait until we finish the siege before we can do that. But I think that's the route to go, is vassalization. That saves me 300 points in coring. And I still get the benefits of having the vassal, which includes any fog of war that might lift here in the future, if any. I don't know that there will be any. Since they're only 3 provinces strong, they may not have any knowledge of any other territories anyway. But if the Portuguese are next to them, or the Castilians for that matter, or Spaniards, or whatever they might be at this point, that gives me an out to finding them as well. And like I said, it saves me 300 plus points or 4 years toward my conquistadors that it appears that I'm going to need to expand to find the Westerners. So I think that's the route to go. I'll get a little bit of income. They got 1,100 gold. They've got to have a decent income, right? I mean, yeah, I understand they probably haven't had anything to spend gold on, but speaking of spending gold, oh wait, I want to wait until I am out of this war. I have some more buildings I want to build too. What's my manpower up to? 30,000 maximum. That's a decent amount. And it'll go up as the autonomy goes down in these territories over time. Autonomy's at 71. probably have to consider spending some points to neutralize my stability, however. Unrest is, well, no, unrest at max is only 6%, so that's not too bad. Maybe I'll just wait and see if I can get a positive stability event. That'll probably be next session. There we go. Okay. Let's see if they will accept vassalization now. There we go. How much gold can we get from them? Oh my god, I could get the whole 1,000 gold. How much inflation will that be? Only 1.1. Oh my god. That's a bargain. Minus 7.5 prestige for him. 21.3 aggressive expansion relations penalty with who? Only 45 diplomatic. Bingo. Okay. Well, hell. I just got myself a free embassy. Or what else can I do with 1,000 gold? Farm grain thingamajig, or a whole hell of a lot of 50-point buildings. Vassal income is only 0.1 a month, so they don't have a huge income. I would think they could. How the hell did they get 1,100 gold? They got no gold provinces. I would maybe, yeah, if they had a gold province I could see it, but they got no gold provinces. They haven't been at war with anybody that I know of. Yeah, oh well. Okay, well, we got 1,000 gold. We got some grain provinces. How many grain provinces? We can only build one, but at 100% production bonus, so that might be worth looking into. We got a whole bunch of grain provinces here. Let's take a look at individual provinces here and see what. Well, that's one of my new ones. Let me verify that. It's 100% production. I could build two of these, actually. 100% goods produced is what it is. Okay, so let's take a look. Goods produced in these provinces. 0.5. Well, that's not worth it. 0.26. 0.86. Well, maybe it's not worth it. 0.66. Now, 0.66 is giving me a trade power of 1.1, a trade value of 1.33, a production of 1.59. I don't think it's worth it. 0.86. 1.06. That might be worth it. Trade value 2.13. Well, what's the option? Of course, autonomy's keeping that down a little bit, probably as well. Local production efficiency. Technology, local autonomy, production efficiency. You know what? I think I'm going to build one. And this is the best place to build it if I build one. It's got the highest goods produced now. And then I'm going to build some of the smaller buildings. Yes, Steam is back. Looks like all servers are online except for 3 in Europe right now. Okay, so let's go ahead and build one. Well, according to this, these would be better places to build it. 2.4, 2.4, a bunch of 2.4s. Well, it might go down again for me. Okay, that's a 2.4 as well. I guess we'll keep it. Well, do we build 2 at 2.4? Or do we build one of these and a bunch of the little buildings? Costs 10 diplo power. That's not a big deal. Let's build a bunch of the smaller buildings. I can't build ships yet, but that local trade power is useful regardless. 0.3 local trade power. Okay, let's get some armories. Let's build 3 of these. Let's build 3 docks. That leaves me with 387 still. Let's build 3 constables. I can't get conquistadors yet. I'm waiting for my next idea group. And maybe 2 of those and 2 marketplaces. Back down to 167 gold. Yep, I need the next idea group before I can get conquistadors. And the only reason I didn't get them as my first one was my diplomatic tech was so far behind my other techs. I had to go with the expansion ideas first and get that colonist. So my next tech group is going to be exploration, but I need that plus 2 ideas. So we're talking about 1569 before I get Tech 7 and the new idea group, and then 720 more points in Diplo before I can actually get conquistadors, because I need tier 2 of the exploration ideas. Okay, so we just built ourselves a whole mess of buildings there. 1 granary and 4 docks, 4 barracks, 3 markets, and 2 markets and 2. What do we have here? Here it is: a marketplace, armory, dock, constable, 2 constables, 1, 2, 3 armories, 3 docks, 2 marketplaces, 2 constables, and a farm estate. All thanks to that 1,100 gold I just got as a war prize from vassalizing my northern neighbor here. Plus I got a vassal as well. What I can do now is move these guys out, drop my maintenance, and start making income again. Oh, am I short men? No, I'm not short men. Why is my army maintenance 1846? My army maintenance should not be 18. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and gaining gold at roughly 5 a month right now, with absolutely no neighbors at this point. All I have is untamed wilderness around me. Okay, that is the end of the year, so let's take a quick look. We've got 6 up here that I can colonize. 1 here is 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I've got 22, 23 colonizable territories. I've got 13 years, roughly, depending on leadership changes and events that cost me Diplo and admin points. Roughly 13 years before I can get conquistadors. The question is, will I have all of Western South America colonized before I find the Portuguese? Or not? That we will have to wait and see next episode, because I need to take a break, make myself some dinner, and start getting these uploaded to YouTube. Very, very productive session. We have expanded by, I guess I could do one more thing here before I quit. Let's make sure we're getting some relationship going on here. We're already at almost max. So we're talking about 10 years before we lose all the penalties there. No, more than that. 25 years before we lose all the penalties for breaking alliances and going to war with them. So we're talking about 30 years maybe before we can vassalize them. and then annex them. But I think in the long run, that's the way to do it. It saved me the points it would have cost me to core the 3 territories. I'll get a little bit of income from them while they're my vassal. They'll give me a little bit of an army as well. And eventually they'll become vassalized and annexed anyway. So I think it was worth it going that route. Like I said, we got 1,100 gold out of them, which allowed us to build a dozen buildings roughly. We've expanded by 6 territories through annexation, and half a dozen, 7 maybe territories through colonization. So very productive session. Looking forward to the next session, which will be sometime this weekend, probably maybe Saturday evening, but probably Sunday sometime. I'll be back with some more of the Incas. For those on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed it. It started out fairly slow because there wasn't much going on other than the colonization. We had a little bit of action here at the end. I hope you enjoyed it. This will be, for those in Twitch, if you missed the beginning, I believe it'll be episode 13, 14, and 15 probably. I think it'll cover about 3 sessions on YouTube. For those that are on YouTube, this is streamed live. Every session is streamed live and thrown up on YouTube, broken up as well. So you can catch it in either format. For those in channel, thanks for joining. Thanks for the commentary, the interaction. Bone Crush, good luck with whatever your next session is. I'll have to take a look at the forums, although until I actually find the Western powers, I won't know whether I'm bugged or not. I'm going to assume at this point that I might be, but we have actually spotted the Portuguese. They've sent a conquistador through earlier of their own, so we do know they're on the continent. It's just a matter of how much they've colonized, so we'll have to wait and see. That will be next session. We will have to deal with some rebel factions, and I think for the time being the plan is I'm going to keep my stability as it is, hopefully get an event that might boost it, but I want to save my points because again we are looking at 7 years before we get our next tech, which is desperately needed. You know what? I miscounted. Now that I think about it, it's 7 years to get my next tech and idea group. Well, okay, it's 8 years now before we get our next tech and idea group. But if I don't spend any of my diplomatic points between now and then, in that 8 years, I'm going to have without a leadership change, 96 times. I'm going to have enough points to pound right into tier 2 of exploration. If I spend no more diplomatic points, I'll be able to get the conquistadors as soon as I unlock the idea group. Aha! So within 8 years, actually, 8-9 years, somewhere in that time frame, I can actually get conquistadors. And actually start going cross-country and seeing if we can find some Portuguese or Castilians or English or French or whatever those strange European people call themselves with the disease like wildfire. Though we haven't had that event yet today. Okay, so that's where we are. Again, thanks for joining, everybody. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to catch you next time. Going for the Mayans. Good luck with the Mayans. I'm not sure what I'm going to do after the Inca. Again, I did this for specifically for the achievement, and actually for 2 achievements, because I'm hoping to get some more gold provinces out of South America. So I don't know what I'm going to do after this one. We'll have to wait until this one plays out. We are now a little over 100 years into game, 110, 44 was the start date. So almost 120 years into the game. We still got a long ways to go. And we'll have to wait and see how it plays out. Once again, thanks for joining, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. A little bit on the slow side maybe this episode. Next episode, hopefully we'll find some Westerners and start some real action. In the meantime, I'm signing out for now. Have a great evening, everybody.